But just to give you an example, why people are skeptical. You know, fluoride, I've been hearing about it my whole life. And I don't really know that much about it, but I was reading the New York Times one day and they had an article about how Bobby Kennedy, as they do almost every day, is a maniac because he doesn't think about the fluoride, you know, he's skeptical about fluoride. That was like on the op-ed page. In the same day, in the same paper, there was an article, high fluoride exposure is linked to lower IQ in children. You didn't even read your own paper. JAMA Pediatrics found a significant inverse relationship between exposure levels and cognitive function in children. I'm not saying fluoride's the worst thing in the world. I'm just saying for people who go, fluoride, woohoo! Apparently not.
I love Bill Maher, and I love the point he's making here. It is insane to shame people and call them conspiracy theorists for asking questions about fluoride when they're seeing articles like this one in the New York Times, and when they're seeing studies out of Canada like this one that show an association between pregnant women who have fluoride in their urine in the same concentrations that are in our drinking water and lower IQ in their kids. It's stupid to say the science is settled. Science is a process. We can't just ignore new evidence, and we should always be willing to re-examine old questions. Like, does it make sense to be drinking fluoride in 2025 when we have fluoridated toothpaste and fluoridated mouthwash that we can just put directly on our teeth and then spit out? Especially when Europe doesn't fluoridate their water at all. I think it's totally reasonable to revisit the question, do the pros of drinking fluoride outweigh the potential risks? I recently published an episode on my podcast with Dr. Frank Zelko. He's a professor at the University of Hawaii. He's got a PhD in environmental history. He's been studying fluoride for the past 8 years. He's writing a book about it. He knows the whole history of why we started adding fluoride to our water in the first place, the corporate incentives, the governmental incentives, the research for and against it, the crazy conspiracy theories that make the whole thing super messy. It was super interesting. If you want to hear it, check out Something Different with Stephen Dimmitt, wherever you get your podcasts. Peace, y'all.